Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a video that I think every single woman watching this, men too, can benefit from. And I'm really just feeling like I need it, okay? My soul needs a good little glow up that can happen in 24 hours. Just simple things that you can do to take care of yourself. I'm gonna make you feel like a 10 out of 10 today, okay? Because you deserve it. We all get in these little funks where we're just not feeling ourselves, you know what I mean? Maybe you're feeling a little white and pasty like I am today. Maybe you're not feeling great about your body, which is unacceptable, by the way. Whatever it is, I just want to walk you guys through what I do to make myself feel good. Some of these habits, yes, are going to be a little bit vain, but honestly, we all have our beauty habits that we have to pick and choose, and these are mine. This is what makes me feel beautiful. This is what I wanna do before I'm gonna go on a hot date with my husband. Or girl, if you're single, listen, you can take yourself on a hot date, get together with the girls, whatever you do that makes you feel uplifted, and surrounding yourself with people that give you confidence, because listen, we're gonna be talking about that. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my morning off right. You guys know me, I love working out. So I'm gonna sweat. Just getting a good sweat, that's gonna make me feel good. So I'm gonna do a little at-home workout today because I'm a busy little bee today. So I'm gonna walk you guys through my at-home workout, just kind of show you what I do. It's super easy, super simple. We're just gonna hit some legs today, and then we're gonna get this glow up started. Okay guys, I'm done lifting, and it's actually been a hot second. I snuck away and got my eyelashes done. That's another thing, listen, that I just love. I've been getting my eyelashes done for like 6 years. I'm in no way telling you that you need to get your eyelashes done. Honestly, if you don't get them done, don't start, because it's really, really hard to go back to your natural lashes. After you've been decked out with like caterpillars on your eyes for 6 years, it's really hard to get used to not seeing that. So getting a fill always just makes me feel good. I don't do a full face of makeup very often, so waking up with eyelashes on just makes me feel good. And I also listen to true crime with my eyelash girl, like she's the best. She's not taking any new clients, so I'm really sorry if you're in Utah, but there's tons of great lash artists out there. And I just get volume because, you know me, dramatic. I just love it. It makes me feel good. So step one, got in a good workout. And then step two, I went ahead and of course, did my eyelashes like I was just saying. So that is the other thing that I did this morning that just started my morning off right. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling confident. The next thing that I need to do is take a nice little shower off, and prep my body to tan. I love a good self tanner. The self tanner that I use, I'll show it to you guys. I get it from Amazon. It's super cheap. I used to go to a tanning salon and get spray tans all the time, and honestly, it just added up. It costs so much money, and I honestly prefer this. I do use Hunter to get my back for me, but I know they have like back applicators that I'm sure work great. So if you don't have somebody to help you, I think it's fairly easy to just apply completely alone and by yourself. So I'm gonna hop in the shower and then tan up this body. Okay guys, I just got out of the shower and I did apply a little bit of lotion. I know that a lot of people choose not to lotion their bodies before they do a self tan just so that it absorbs better, but I've just found that my tan fades more evenly if I do apply lotion. The lotion I've been using lately is literally just this Equate brand that I get at Walmart, and I love it. It's like a Cetaphil. This is what my doctor recommended to put on my babies, and when I started using it on them, it was so soft. I just absolutely loved it, so I just bought a tub for myself, and it's super cheap and works great. So I just let that set in for a few hours, and now I'm going to go in with my self tanner. This is the self tanner that I use. I absolutely love it. It's just called St. Marie's, and I get it off of Amazon, or I think you can pick it up at Ulta Beauty. But I love the convenience of it, obviously just shipping to my house, because I don't love going out and about a ton with 2 babies. So this is amazing. It fades so evenly, and I also think that applying a little bit of lotion beforehand and like letting it set in for a couple hours also helps. And it's just the perfect color. I do use the color dark, and I never find that this goes orange on me. I feel like it's a really true, beautiful, like deep brown color, which I absolutely love. It has a green undertone, which helps cancel out, you know, any orange undertones. It's amazing. The mitt that I use is this one. It's literally just from Ulta Beauty, and you can also get ones just like this on Amazon for probably a little bit cheaper. Obviously, I've used this a few times, so ignore how dirty it is. I am just going to get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put my hair up in a clip. I am going to wash my face and go through like all of my skincare. Oh, and I also wanna show you guys the tanner that I use for my face, because I don't put this self tanner on my face because it can make me break out. So I just use this. It's like little beauty drops. I know that everyone raves about the Tan Deluxe, I think. I really want to try those, but I haven't gotten a chance to yet. But this is just the Ulta Beauty Gradual Self Tan Face Drops. I absolutely love them. I literally just mix in a couple drops with my face moisturizer. I will use this all throughout the week as my tan is fading, because I wash my face more than I wash anything else, because I typically wash my face twice a day. So the tan on my face just fades first, and I will just add a little bit of this to my moisturizer like every single night, and it just keeps my face looking a little bit more tan, which I really love. So I'll go through my whole skincare, do tanning on my face first, and then I'll do my entire body, and I'll check back in with you guys once I'm done. Okay guys, I just finished tanning, so I'm loving how dark I look, and actually this tan just continues to process throughout the night, so I'm actually going to sleep in it. And if my white bedding is giving you anxiety, same. I literally will just sleep with like a separate blanket, so I don't even have to think about it because it stresses me out so badly. But I am just gonna relax, chill tonight. I'm going to eat some Halo Top, hang out with the hubby, and just like watch some good reality TV. I mean, everyone loves some good trash TV, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I think tomorrow we are actually going boating with my in-laws. So that will be fun. Then when we get home, I am going to wash off my spray tan, even though most of it will probably be ditched in the lake. And then I'm going to get done up and get ready. I feel like with life being so hectic, I rarely do a full face of makeup anymore. And if I'm ever struggling with my confidence or just want to feel great about myself, I feel like it is nice to take that time. Like, applying makeup in itself can be therapeutic, but just taking the time to get done up, get ready, go out on a date, or just take yourself out, go spend some money on yourself, go get some photos done, go out with the girls, whatever you do that makes you feel good. And I will show you guys that process tomorrow. I'll do a little get ready with me, show you the products I use. I'm not a beauty guru, so no judging in the next clip, but I'm excited, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Pete Blakely in the background. Okay, before I go to the gym, I wanted to show you guys how my tan set in this morning. So as you can tell, it did process more overnight, and have no fear, I didn't get anything on my sheets, but Hunter woke up Blakely at like midnight, so we ended up having a little sleepover in my bed. So that was fun, trying not to get like wet at all from milk and trying not to get any tan on her, but I think we were successful. So I am gonna go hit the gym. I'm gonna lift shoulders today. Then when I come home, I'll go ahead and take you guys through the process of me getting ready today, and then go out on a date night. All right, I just got out of the shower. I'm aware that I look like a total psychopath right now, but I just recently started investing a little bit more into my skincare routine, which is something I've honestly neglected for years, and I definitely was not born with like perfect skin by any means. So I use the Skin Better Science line, and I kind of just want to show you guys a few of the products that I personally love. Before I apply a full face of makeup, like I said, I really don't do this very often. I only do it a few times a week. I will use their exfoliating pads, which I really, really love. I like that it's more so like a pad versus like an actual cleanser that can be kind of harsh on your skin, because I have really, really sensitive skin. So it just comes in like these little pads, and I absolutely love them. So I'm going to use this before starting the rest of my skincare routine and applying makeup. Now that I've exfoliated my skin, I'm gonna go in with my serums and my toners, and then just a moisturizer, so that I have like a really good primer and foundation to lay my makeup. I can honestly say that I have noticed like a huge change in my skin since using like a medical grade skincare. It just makes like a huge difference when it comes to pores and acne for me. I do have like really, really big pores, especially like along my nose and in my chin. And so I feel like it's made a huge difference just with like my overall skin tone. I obviously by no means have perfect skin even while using it, but I do feel like it makes a really big difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and just prep my face, and then we'll go ahead and do a get ready with me. All right, I quickly blow dried my hair off camera and get the elephant out of the room. I have like some serious like hair regrowth going on from postpartum hair loss. So just try to ignore those like little flyaways because I know they're kind of distracting. I'm gonna go ahead and just start with putting on my primer. I'll kind of show you guys like what I'm using, but like, oh my gosh, if you're here for a makeup video, like just click out right now. That is not me. I like barely know how to do my makeup. So I'm just gonna show you what I do when I'm trying to like fully get ready. My skills have definitely improved, but they're by no means perfect. So I'll just kind of show you what I'm using, but I really just wanted to talk to you guys today. So I'm gonna get started with the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I'm not an influencer, so I'm not even gonna like do a clip where I show you what I'm using, but I'll just tell you. So I'm using this e.l.f. primer. I love it, I have huge pores. You get it, anyways, okay. I've been wanting to talk to you guys about this because I was confiding in a really good friend the other day, and can I just say like how important it is to surround yourself with people that you can be vulnerable with. I mean, I have been super blessed with a really good group of girlfriends, and we oftentimes have really great conversations about body positivity and things that we, you know, want to change when it comes to our attitudes about our body. I just think it's so important to have that, you know, safe space where you can really just be honest and open about how you're feeling, because I think you would be like really shocked to know that so many people struggle with the exact same things that you do. No matter how perfect you think somebody is, no matter how wonderful their life looks on Instagram, like every single person struggles with certain insecurities. I'm just gonna go in with my foundation. It's the Lancome. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. And then I like to mix it with a little bit of Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. Anyways, I was talking to my my best friend about a huge win that I had the other day. And I just like want to share it with you guys because this is gonna sound so dumb, but it was a really big deal for me, and I felt like I learned a really good lesson. And I was telling her over Marco Polo that I wore a sports bra to the gym, and that is just something that I'm rarely comfortable doing. I've always felt like I want to obviously dress like we all do to show off like the parts of our body that look the best, and especially with like the industry that I'm in, I'm surrounded by a lot of women who have, you know, really just incredible physiques. And for me, I've had to find that balance of, you know, being recovered from an eating disorder and being super proud of my body and the position that it's in right now, and also feeling this outside social pressure to look a certain way because of my job. And wearing this sports bra for me, you guys, was such a win. And I was telling her, you know, I was feeling really confident and just really good about myself. And I was telling her that one of the reasons like wearing this sports bra to the gym this particular day was such a win was because I didn't feel the need to have conditions surrounding it. Like usually if I was gonna push myself and wear something to the gym that I'm not super comfortable in, then I would make sure that I was totally self-tan, make sure that I felt really lean that morning, had on like just the perfect outfit, was doing shoulders, so I'm like perfectly upright, not bending over at all. And it honestly just dawned on me that morning, you guys, that is so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous to put these conditions and stipulations on your body depending on if you're comfortable showing certain body parts and depending on if you're comfortable wearing a certain thing, because you're so anxious and nervous that heaven forbid someone sees your stomach. It's crazy, right? Like when you actually say it out loud. And you know, for you, it may not be your stomach. Maybe it's your legs or cellulite or your arms. You know, we all have different parts of our body that, you know, make us more anxious than others, and, you know, certain parts of our bodies that we typically try to hide, maybe because of the way we grew up, or because of mental illness that we've struggled with, or just because of the fear of outside opinions. And you guys, I am just here to tell you that I felt so empowered. And it made me feel even more empowered to be able to tell my friend about this and tell her that I had this huge win that for me was like a really, really big deal. And it pushed me so much more mentally and emotionally than it even did physically. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my concealer. I'm just using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I'm going to mix it with Tarte Shape Tape. You know, I really get that we all have like those fears that, you know, when we're working out, or even when we're just like out and about, that people are judging our bodies. And you guys, I'm honestly here to tell you that I promise you are your own worst critic. I can absolutely say with full confidence, I have never once at any point in my life looked at another woman and thought, wow, I definitely wouldn't want her stomach, or I definitely wouldn't want, you know, to look like her. Every time I look at another woman, I'm complimenting her. It is so important. If you think something about another woman, tell her, because I promise that as much as you're complimenting her in your mind, she doesn't do that for herself. I can't even tell you how many times I have seen girls in a sports bra at the gym and thought, oh my gosh, their body looks incredible, regardless of what size they are. But it's the confidence that gets it for me. It's the fact that I know that they love their body and they didn't have that mental hurdle that I really struggled to overcome. And that's super, super inspiring to me. At the end of the day, what we look like literally has no effect on the person that we actually are. I mean, can you tell me the last time that one of your best friends or family members came up to you and said, oh my gosh, you have made such a significant impact on my life because you weigh this much, or because you wore this outfit, or because your hair is a certain color, or because you have clear skin? That's ridiculous. Nobody values you because of what you look like. Nobody. People value you because of the way that you make them feel about themselves. And oftentimes the way that we make others feel about themselves is a direct correlation of how we feel about ourselves. Especially for all of my mamas that are listening, this is something I've been thinking about so much since I had Blakely. You know, having a daughter, I feel this massive responsibility to talk so positively about myself and make sure that I'm instilling these habits in her that are really, really positive and uplifting, because the way that you talk about yourself, you guys, that energy totally transfers onto other people. Your friends, your family members, your daughters. I think it goes without saying that we could all probably be just a little bit kinder to ourselves, because I can literally guarantee that you are saying some things to yourself that you wouldn't dare say to one of your friends or one of your family members. And you know, that's something that we really need to work on as a society. Normalize complimenting yourself. Normalize getting up and looking in the mirror and being like, dang, I'm gonna look at everything that I love about myself today. I'm not gonna focus on the things that I wish I could change. I'm gonna focus on the things that I feel absolutely beautiful about. I'm gonna focus on the fact that I made my best friend feel great about herself because of this compliment that I gave her, or the fact that I'm excelling in my career, or the fact that my daughter looks at me like I am the best thing that has ever happened to her. And she doesn't care what I look like. She doesn't care if I have saggy boobs or loose skin or a C-section scar, you know, regardless if you have those or not, like your kids and your family members and your loved ones, they do not care what you look like. And I get it, you guys, like it is so hard. You know, we live in a society where it is abnormal to meet someone who is not trying to diet. I mean, it's seriously odd if you find somebody who's like, oh no, I'm like happy with where I'm at, you know, I'm mindful with my eating and I like to exercise just because it makes me feel good. How many of you can say that you even know somebody like that? I mean, we live in a world where we're pressured to constantly want to change our bodies. And I'm not saying that it's negative to have goals or, you know, want to make certain improvements to your physique. When is enough enough? Are you really going to be satisfied and be perfectly happy with yourself if you lose that 10 to 15 pounds? Or do you think that realistically you probably need to just change your relationship with your body and your relationship with food, and you'll actually accomplish what you're hoping to accomplish with a diet? The powder that I just used is just the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I love this stuff. I swear on my life it's the best. I'm just gonna move on to some contour and blush, and like, seriously guys, like simple stuff. Anyways, back to my TED Talk. If we spent half as much time focused on our mental health than we do surrounding like having dieting goals or wanting to lose weight, I can pretty much guarantee that we would all be way happier with our bodies without any physical change. The bronzer that I use is just the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. And I've been using it for years and it's super cheap and I just love it. You kind of have to decide what cost is worth the reward. I mean, do you really want to look back on your life and be like, wow, I am so grateful that every single memory I ever had in my 20s or 30s or whatever it is was totally dictated by what I ate, how I felt about my body. I was sad because I didn't want to look a certain way or didn't want to wear a certain thing or didn't want to eat something and I felt anxiety towards food. I mean, at some point, you have to value your quality of life over the size of your body. I get that that is totally easier said than done because comparison truly is the thief of joy. And it's hard when we live in a day and age when we are just surrounded by social media. But honestly, I want you guys to think about this. When you think about, you know, your dream body and like what you actually want to look like, have you ever actually seen somebody look that way? Like in person, not on Instagram, not with filters, not with Photoshop. Like when you go to Walmart, are people walking around looking like that? Or do people have real, normal bodies that have some excess fat because heaven forbid we like to eat? Is it realistic? Is like what you were trying to achieve actually a realistic goal? And that's kind of where you need to start is, are you really trying to achieve something that is sustainable and healthy? And is it worth what you have to give up to achieve it? I know this probably sounds crazy coming from someone who literally, you know, makes a living off of dieting people, but I can tell you, and if you're a client, you're gonna be like, yeah, say it louder for the people in the back, this is 100% true. I, 9 times out of 10, try to convince and educate my clients on reverse dieting, which basically means rebuilding their metabolism because of all the metabolic damage that dieting over and over and over again does to our bodies. I try to heal my clients from the inside out. Kind of like I said earlier, I talked to them about, okay, you know what? You're really just unhappy because of your relationship with your body and because of your relationship with food. You're not unhappy because of your size, but I understand that you don't understand that. I moved on to my brows. Sorry, I told you, not a makeup tutorial. Seriously though, don't get me wrong. I am all about, you know, improving your physique. I am all about doing what makes you feel good, but we need to be doing it in healthy, sustainable ways, and our end goal needs to be a goal that's actually attainable. Okay, I decided to do my brows off camera because like, holy cow, trying to talk and draw, oh my God. I also realized that you guys don't really need to see what I'm doing because I promise that you don't want to copy me, and I guarantee that you do your makeup better than I do, so it's fine. Okay, I'm moving on to my eyeshadow, and honestly, this is like embarrassing. I literally just take a color and like put it in my crease because, you know, that's my skill level. I get that improving like your mentality surrounding your body, it's not an instant fix, right? It's not like you wake up one day and are like, oh my gosh, I'm so hot and I love myself. Obviously that's, you know, that's not the process, but you know, kind of how it starts, you guys, is the very first thing you want to start working on is what you focus on expands. What you talk about expands. I'm not saying that it's possible to eliminate every single negative thought that you have about your body, but why don't we stop talking about the things that we find negative about our bodies? Let's stop talking about that. And why don't we start talking about the things that we find beautiful about ourselves? Why don't we start giving compliments to others and recognizing that if I'm complimenting everybody around me, then I deserve to also compliment myself. There's a huge difference between being conceited and being confident. And I can honestly tell you that being conceited is probably the biggest turnoff. And there's just a fine line. And so we need to normalize confidence. Normalizing talking about the parts of ourselves that we find absolutely beautiful. Like I said before, most of those things probably aren't going to be physical, because we shouldn't be focusing on the physical parts of our body 24/7. That holds no substance. We're all going to age, we're all going to change. If you're a woman, you're gonna probably end up having babies, or heaven forbid, you're just gonna get older. And if you have an unhealthy attachment to what you look like, when that changes, you're gonna be really, really lost, and you're gonna have to rediscover an entirely new relationship with yourself, and that's gonna be really hard to rebuild the older that you get. So I challenge you to start right now, like right this second. Start talking to yourself like you're your own friend. Don't say things to yourself that you wouldn't be okay with someone else saying to your daughter or your sister or your mom. Okay, I think that's kind of as good as we're gonna get today. I'm just gonna put on some setting spray. I probably didn't tell you everything that I use, but just like trust me when I say you really don't need to know. And if you have any questions, which I'm sure you don't, feel free to ask me in the comments or just DM me on Instagram. Okay. Ta-da! I know, not that impressive. Wait. Okay, wait. We are working on positive affirmations. Doesn't my makeup look beautiful? But that's not the most important thing about me. Thank heavens. So guys, seriously, thanks for just chatting with me. I love spending time with you, and I know that I'm not alone when I say that I struggle with 101 things when it comes to my physical appearance, but deep down, I know that I'm a great mother, I'm a great friend, I'm a great person, and those are the things that I want to focus on and expand on. And I hope that me talking about that kind of normalizes it for you so that you can talk about that. I want you to sit down and think about the things that are so incredibly valued when it comes to who you are as a human being, especially to the people that love you. Because I promise, if you start to focus on those things, you will become more and more detached from what you look like and become more and more attached to the person that you actually are. Okay, now you're gonna come help me pick out an outfit, because I am so excited to go on a date night with Hunter. This is kind of like the last little thing that I wanna do just for, you know, my 24-hour glow up to make myself feel good and confident. I rarely get dressed up, so I think I'm gonna wear this cute little dress. And it's kind of festive because it's actually the 4th of July today. So we're gonna go out and have a good time. And then I think I'm gonna have just like a little Air Force One moment, because I'm that girl and all my friends have them, and I was like, excuse me, I need those. But aren't these cute? And I love like the sneaker vibe lately. So I'm gonna get dressed, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, I'm all ready to go for my fun little date night with Hunter. And remember, like I said, you know, you don't have to go on a date to feel great. You can just get dressed up, go out by yourself, go out with some friends, whatever makes you feel great. And you know, all of this stuff was like super fun, but you know, I really want you guys to remember what I talked to you about being your own best friend, and honestly just speaking to yourself kindly. If everybody did that, the world would be a way better place. Of course, it was so fun to get all dolled up and show you guys all of the fun little beauty habits that I do to make myself feel great, but I can honestly tell you that, you know, all of these things would mean absolutely nothing if I didn't have self-confidence from within. And not every day is perfect. Obviously, that's something that I'm continually working on every day, just as I'm sure that you are. But let's just start with being kind to ourselves and being our own best friends. I really do want to challenge you guys just to speak to yourself more kindly and to focus on the positive things that you love about yourself, because of course, like I said, what you focus on expands. Thanks so much for tuning into this video, guys. I love you so much, and I hope that your days are filled with self-confidence and that you feel great about yourself, and that this gave you a couple fun ideas just to lift your spirits. But don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos, and I will catch you next time. Bye.